Maybe it is a war of Donald Trump against Iran, but it is tooling on world economy and India is not exception to it. Now, according to a global credit rating agency, Moody's, they have downgraded India's growth projection for financial year 2026-27. According to Moody's, now India is supposed to grow by only 6%, whereas earlier they have said that India's growth rate is projected to 6.8%. But because of this ongoing war, decrease in the private consumption, decrease in the gross capital formation, and softening the industrial activities may decrease India's GDP growth rate from 6.8% to 6%. And it is not only one rating agency. In fact, OECD also have downgraded India's growth prospect from 7.6% to 6.1%. Means India's growth rate is going to be impacted severely because of this ongoing crisis. We know that because of this ongoing crisis, the rupee value is consistently depreciating, the price of crude oil is consistently on the rise, and because of the rise of the crude oil price and decreasing the value of Indian rupee, India's current account deficit is going to face severe strain in upcoming time if this conflict is going to be further dragged. So this is how the things are going to be little bit problematic for the India. But here one thing I just want to let you know about this agency, that is Moody's. Actually, this Moody is a part of Big Three. Now understand what is Big Three. Big Three is used in the context of global credit rating agencies. Now what is credit rating agencies? Credit rating agencies are those organizations which basically assess the ability of a country or a organization or even sometimes an individual, the capacity of repaying their debt and their growth prospect. So Moody's, Standard & Poor's and Fitch. These are the three biggest companies in the world, and all three are US-based companies. And majority of credit rating work around the world about a country, bigger corporations, and even high net worth individuals, they are going to do their rating. Rating in terms of, as I said, that how much they have a capability to repay their debt on time and how much they have a capacity to grow. So this is their main work. And if you have a higher rating, that means when you will borrow, you have to pay the less interest. So this is why these ratings matter. And as I said, that the term the Big Three, these Big Three are who? Number one, Standard & Poor's, number two, Moody's, and third is Fitch. So they are controlling almost 85% of credit rating business in the world, and all three are US based, and that is why this term is called as a Big Three for these three companies. One more thing you have to understand, usually in the news, paper, magazines, sometimes this word also come into the picture, that is sovereign credit rating. So when a credit rating is being done for a country, for example, if these credit rating agencies like Moody's or Standard & Poor's or Fitch, they are going to do the credit rating for a country, ability of a country to repay debt on time, ability of a country to expand their GDP, ability of a country to expand their industrial base. So such things are being assessed by these credit rating agencies, and this is called sovereign credit rating. Fine. So sovereign credit rating in nutshell is what? A credit rating of a country. And in the world, it is Big Three like Standard & Poor's, Fitch and Moody's. Now in India, who regulates the credit rating? But the question is, why credit rating regulation is required? On the basis of credit rating, people usually invest their money in the stocks or bonds of a company. So if the manipulation is being done by a credit rating agency with respect to a company, then it can manipulate the behavior of investor. So this is why there is a need to have a strong regulation over these credit rating agencies. And in India, who is a market regulator? Securities and Exchange Board of India is a market regulator. regulator, and that is why the credit rating business in India is regulated by Securities and Exchange Board of India. Apart from these three big companies, Standard & Poor's, Moody's and Fitch, India also have their own domestic credit rating agencies like ICRA. So in India, there are two types of the credit rating agencies: the global credit rating agencies, that is Standard & Poor's, Fitch and Moody's, and the global and the domestic credit rating agencies like ICRA. It doesn't matter you are from the global level, but for doing a credit rating in India, you must comply with the guidelines and rules and regulations given by whom? SEBI. So if any credit rating agency, whether it is a domestic or it is a global, if they are going to do a credit rating of any Indian company which is involved in the market, they must follow the SEBI guidelines. Fine. So in this way, the crediting works. I hope in this video you have understood about what I have explained with respect to Moody's, Big Three, and credit rating, and how this credit rating is being regulated and by whom. Thank you.